All right, so in this video, I'm going to go over these two settings: support reversals and allow multiple entries in the same direction. So both of these settings are related to automated trading, and they influence or impact the way that submitting orders behave. So let's go over that and see how this works. So the easiest way to do this or to demonstrate this is from the Python shell, I think. But everything that I do here is going to be equally the same in the same behavior you're going to find if you run it from a Python script with your own logic and stuff, obviously. So with that, we don't need this. Up into Python, let's import bridge from 29.crchart.bridge. Import crchart bridge. Okay, bridge equals crchart bridge. Okay, so now we have the bridge object running, and we can start to place commands, right, and to submit orders. So let's start with one. Okay, let's start with submitting just one order and see what happens. Okay, so bridge dot submit order. I need to give it the key, which is XX, like in all my videos. Right, you can see that here. And notice that I currently, let's look at first of all at support reversals and how that behaves. Okay, so currently support reversals is turned off. Let's submit just one order. Okay, so we submitted one market order to sell, and we got this, right? So now what happens if we submit a buy order? Okay, so let's change this to is buy equals true and submit that. So one would think there's two options that can happen here, right? One option is that we submit a buy order of quantity 1, which would basically negate this, right? So it would be flat now. So let's do that. Okay, so now it disappears and we're flat. So we sold one and then we bought one, which makes sense. But sometimes when we're short or long, or we have a position in one direction, what we want to do is reverse. Okay, so this setting here helps us do that. Okay, so if I were to want to, without that setting, if I wanted to reverse, I would need to know that my position is -1 like it was before, and then to issue here a quantity of +2 in order to reverse and go and be long 1. Right, so if we do that, it would look something like this. Short again is buy equals false. Okay, so now we're short 1. And now if we want to get long, we would have to buy, and our quantity would have to be 2, right? So if I did this, all of a sudden I'll be long 1, which is what a reversal would look like. But in order to simplify this thing and not have to define the quantity in this way, what we can do is simply set this to support reversals. Okay, and now if I submit quantity of 1 and I sell, you should see that we're going to be short 1. Okay, so now CRChart did the calculation for us, knowing that we were long whatever. And now that we sent an order in the opposite direction to enter in the opposite direction with a quantity of what we wanted it to be, it will do the calculations and in the end fire off an order to get us into that position. So this is kind of taking advantage of CRChart's auto trade management stuff that they could do for us, which requires then less logic and less bugs in our code, which is pretty nice. So that's that. That's support reversals. When this is turned on, and I enter a position in the opposite direction, it'll reverse the position. Okay, so it'll cancel, flatten whatever I currently have, and reverse it in the other way for me. So that's one thing. The other setting here is this one, right? The allow multiple entries in the same direction, which is kind of a protection thing. Okay, so this is more of a protection setting. So if I try this one, let's say I'm currently short and I want to try to go short again. Okay, so I'll hit that. And you'll notice that it stays short and nothing happens here. If I go into the trade service log, we'll see here that the sell entry is ignored because a short position exists, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, if I turn this on, okay, so this is kind of telling it that if I'm currently short and I try to enter another short, it won't let it. It'll ignore it, which is a sort of protection for us as, when you're developing your strategy, that if you by mistake trigger more trades in the same direction, it won't allow that. If I turn this on, okay, then, and I try to go short again, then we'll see that we're a -2, okay, -3, and so on. Okay, so that's it for this video. The two settings again are here, and we'll see you in the next one.